Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl here to give you another lesson for today. And be grateful for the energy coming in. Feeling very humbled with my deck. The weather shifted again. It's very hot. This morning I have a nice cool breeze. I also have noise outside. Let's see what's gonna play this morning. Birds are chirping. I am grateful that I could come to my deck, bring out the lesson. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for protecting me, keeping me safe, protecting the collective, keeping us safe. What is the lesson for today? What does collective need to learn today? What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. What does the collective need to learn today? The Queen of Pentacles. Put her out of focus. Wow. She has been talked about so much. She keeps showing up too, right? It's the goddess coming down to earth. That wholesome wholeness, that all around, everything we need that we could possibly need. Stability, money, productivity, just being happy with what we have, the contentment, knowing that we don't have to worry about anything because of the stability, because of that productivity. See, she holds the coin just as if it were being given back in reverence, you know, like just like the prince that would hold up the coin to her, giving reverence. She holds up that coin as if to give reverence back to source. See, everything that is connected gives a reverence. So the lesson is in that we need to remember where we come from, what we're worth, as in what we give out to the world makes the world turn, whether it is in our good or not. The action-oriented suit is this one, the coin, because whatever we do creates a reaction, and it is in the doing that we make things turn. Let's see what the tool is. Oh boy. So we have the twins. We have the goddess above and the goddess below. And this card it's funny. This one came as the tool the day before. So that green sash, you know, that is healing. That green, that sense of green is a healing nature. soothing. She is abundance as well as she is abundance. She is motherhood as well as she is motherhood. So we have a scenario here of having everything that we need and knowing what to do with it. Because she is everything that comes from above. And she is everything that we could possibly have down below. Her wisdom is in higher knowledge, higher learning, because she couples with the emperor. Her wisdom is in nurturing and fostering and making sure that everyone has what they need. She partners with the King of Pentacles. And he provides as well as the emperor provides. See, it's interesting that these two cards fall together. So Spirit is giving us the opportunity to have everything and know that the stability is there. Of course, it's a lesson, so we need to learn to accept things that the way they go are happening for a reason in some cases. But we need to trust in ourselves that we can provide or that we will be taken care of. And the tool, the key here is that we have that faith. It's unwavering, because the abundance is knowing that you don't have to worry, like the birds, you wake up in the morning and you don't have to think about where is the next meal coming from. Because it's just in the heartbeat. We know it. We know that things are going to work in our favor. We know that if things are not going in our favor, that they will eventually turn around. Because you can't have sun every day. We need some rain sometimes. And then things shift. Let's see what Spirit is doing more. Well, we have mind games. We have the Five of Swords. I call it mind games because basically it is. It's either mental turmoil, again, the worry, the wonder, that working things out. I don't know if I'm going left or right, if to take this job, if to take that job, if to go with this person, not to go with that one, which one works better for me. Mind games. Personally. When it's other people, well, yeah, it's a little more complicated than that, trying to convince people to go in another way, But this five has been showing up. So, well, I say showing up, it's been around, and I've done the elemental readings and it was there, so in most of the readings. So it's prominent. Push and pull is starting, I mentioned that in the other lessons. But Spirit is giving us this understanding, this knowledge of the confusion that we could get ourselves into, that we may already be in, that we are becoming confused, Take it as it resonates. And if you're feeling that things are starting to go in an unraveling way or getting too complicated, well, you're starting into that push and pull that is coming, that is working itself up, because we need to make decisions. You see, she makes decisions. She makes solid choice. She doesn't sit in worry and wonder. She gets up in the morning and she knows how the day is going to go. And if it doesn't go in the way she plans it, she improvises, because whatever works is going to happen. It's taking that determination in foundation. You know that things don't go right every day, and you have that certain leeway to allow for things to fall apart, and then you find your way to putting them back together again, or changing direction if you need to, because it's an action. you react. And it's how you react that brings fruition or makes things collapse. The instinct is what she provides. Well, so does she, but from a higher arcana, the tool in itself is to back her up from down below on the lower arcana. So the worry and wonder, between the two of them, it disappears, because we can work around, we can work through, we can work with, is the reaction that these two will give to this kind of turmoil, whether it's personal or from another, whether you're suffering it yourself or you're in a group where you are being put through an ordeal of mental games. So this is the lesson, the tool, what Spirit is doing. And what is the gift? Well, we have another pentacle coming back. So full circle. Focus. The focus. Because that's what this card is, eh? That page of coins, it's a genuine focus on the details of what needs to be done. Because that's what the work is based on with the pentacles. Paying attention to the details. Being able to work things out. Being able to sift through confusion, if there is any. But then we have at the bottom of the deck 13, High Arcana, transformation. Because we are paying attention to the details, because we are able to bring ourselves back to ground zero and readjust depending or accordingly, because of things that may go off or worry and wonder, we're able to bring ourselves out of that. This is very powerful. The fact that these two sitting together with mind games on the table, it's like, yeah, okay, this is not going to be a problem. Between these two, we'll figure it out. I mean, if you have the know-how and you have the faith in what you know, then this disappears. But because Spirit is giving it to us, it's a recognition of what is going on, what has been going on, what may be coming, giving us that all around confusion to work through. We are granted that possibility to take ourselves into a whole other level, into transformation, sifting through truths and lies and coming out with, well, I wouldn't say the answer, but in some cases, yes, you get to figure things out. You get to make real decisions. You get to stand in your stability. You get to become even more stable because you realize and you recognize what's going on. When the confusion comes up, you're able to see right through, because she sees through the veil. That intuition, that instinct, you know what's coming. You know where to go, what to do, how to do, when to do it. It's like clockwork. And that brings the change. That brings the transformation. Let's see where this will go. Oh, well, here it is, the devil. Had to go there. But it's High Arcana. And this is interesting because we have a transformation and then we have the truth. And he is in between the two. So there's a timeout for the transformation to take place, because this is what brings the devil, right? This worry and concern and not sure and confused mind and taking advantage of another and having the upper hand over someone else, whether it's you or someone else having it over you. That's where the devil comes in. Wow, we got loads of pages. We got all 3 pages here. So we have a lot of focus. Focus on the truth, focus on the passion, and then we have the 9. Again, see, the devil brings that unfair, I should say unfair, not able to get my words. What's unfair? Well, we have 5 swords and then we have 9. It adds up to our healing card, 14. I hope. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just making sure. It's kind of early for me and I'm just having 1 sip of tea. Now 2. So yeah, it's a mental worry. It's a mental dilemma. That's where the devil comes in, because it's making us question ourselves, others, making us see that we need to see the truth, because the truth is being blocked here until there's change. This needs time to happen. So I see the devil here as like, oh, okay, he's just making sure that too much information isn't brought in, because it's a question of speaking your truth. See, they're facing each other. There's a standoff. I know and you know, and nobody wants to talk about what I know and you know. So we'll wait. We'll wait for it to change. And then we'll recognize, or we'll dig deeper, because this is research. Again, facing up, standing up to the devil here is like a deadlock. Maybe we need to go and check the truth that's coming. But we know she's honest, because she's being backed up, and by more backup, because this is passionate creativity. This is taking endeavors to a whole other level, bringing in the passion, bringing in the desire to go forward. It's as if the devil is saying, whoa, Nelly, whoa, you need to slow down a little bit. Too much truth can hurt for some. But there is a time out, so that this can change, so that the stability can be recognized. Maybe it's about work for some. Really, a dilemma of choosing where to go, or if to go for the promotion, or if to apply for a position, leaving that feeling, that cushion of safety. Well, you're not going to be led astray according to the positioning here, because you're going to get time to change and grow, so that when the door opens, you will just move through, because that is how she operates. I'm just looking at these 4 cards. Look, it's all higher arcana with 1 lower arcana. This is stability. This is stability. No matter how you look at this card, you have to see the stability involved, whether it is for yourself or for others, because again, she is a provider, and the devil is holding back for time to change, to give us that time to change, so that we're not interrupted or too corrupted, because corruption is right here, and that corruption needs to be looked into, so that the truth will set us free. Because once we're out the gate, it's full on progress for the future, because this is all future cards. It's these 3 here, it's future cards. To end up with the anxiety of choice, because it's do I want to go this way, do I want to go that way, do I want to continue, do I want to change? Mental. To end up with the 9 is on a note of, well, we'll get through. It is a fruition in itself. It's coming to a close, because then this is a culmination. It'll turn into a 9, turn into the 10th sword, and then we even have an 11th one here with her sword, which is a portal. So it's a doorway. We decide which way we want to go, and I'm not going to go further. I'm not, because we need to have a little anxiety in order to really focus on our stability. You know, when you start to feel things are becoming unraveled, you start finding ways. A little desperation is good for survival, you know, to kick in that survival instinct. What do I do next? Oh, I'm going to worry until I fall apart. No, you're going to worry until you decide you don't want to worry anymore, because you're tired of worrying. And you have the knowledge. This key here, that is faith in yourself, in what you know how to do, in faith in finding your way. Protection comes from the strangest places. Right here. We look at this card as it's a bad card. No, it's not. It is a reckoning of, if you are being stopped or blocked from within, because it could be from within, and this devil comes as Spirit gives us the ability to make ourselves confused. That devil is within, that turns and says, no, too much, you're gonna stop here. Take a break. Take a breather. They're working together, these two, right? And I said they work very well together, because she's the complete opposite of what he could be. And this is where we draw that line. And then Phoenix here, giving us that reckoning. You must face this. You must. That is Pluto. Pluto at work here. Don't forget, huh? This is a healing time. You hear me say healing maybe 1,000,000 times, because that's where we're at. What is the oracle message for this lesson? Thank you, Spirit. Like I said, a little anxiety is good. Keep us on our toes. Make us choose. Even if we're in a deadlock, Spirit finds the way to give us that leverage. Change. What is the oracle message for this lesson, that we may understand and be clear on what Spirit wants from us? Look at that. We have the maple for celebration. I am fertile in what I seed, for there is reason to dance and drink upon the riches I receive. Abundance. That's our goddess, our empress here. She brings that in. She solidifies the idea that comes from her. That action brings in the result. If we know that we have choices to make, we start breaking them down. See, discernment comes in here, making choice. Let's read that one again. It's the 14 too. So it is a healing. See the goddess here. Make sure to feel it in your bones, for you are what you believe. And then we have our hand fastings. The pulse through all that I am. No hidden form is left untouched. I am willing, I am risking, for I yearn for unity, spilled lustrously upon my lips. That working together, you see, again, you need to find those that you work well with. And sometimes just the self-talk. You know what you've been through. You have experience. Don't be afraid. Talk yourself into and out of trouble is how we make progress. Oh, I think I want to do this, yeah, but you know what, the last time I did, this is what happened, and I don't know. find your friend. And don't go looking for trouble. If you feel you can't trust your friends, that's usually where the mind games come from, eh? People who know you, looking for ways to trick you or think they know you. Not saying to be distrustful with friends, but I always say, check your friends. You gotta check yourself too. Again, this is not here for nothing, eh? This anxiety, for whatever reason, if it is for you to speak to a loved one, to ask for marriage, because I saw that in the readings. See, it's opening up again. Embodiment. Things may not be as what they seem. They may not be be cautious, Again, be cautious. That self-defense mechanism, it is required. If we want to create a new beginning like we have here, see this focus here on a new beginning? Go back to the day before. We are going to run into complications. It's a story behind the tale. We do this mind games with ourselves just to make sure that we're doing the right thing sometimes. Somebody is getting, their intuition is picking up. I say somebody, it's many of us, because that's what this is. As much as you want to be connected, see how they're connected here? Connected here. Trust. There is trust here. I'll read it. The 33. For it lives in the silk of my binding, the knots in my truth, the eye of becoming, the witness swallowed in stillness. I'll read it again. For it lives in the silk of my binding, the knots in my truth, the eye of becoming, the witness swallowed in stillness. Ribbons. This is our feelers, we're using the intuition, we're using our ability to prepare for. That anxiety is, well, maybe I could go this way. If this doesn't work, I'll go that way. This is not only a negative in the sense where it's confusion and placing yourself in a position where you confuse yourself, start thinking all negative, building up on the negative for fear. Okay? It's not always for that. It is strategy. It is building up on, well, what should I do? Where should I take this? We have to look at it as progress. And we have to feel that burn or feel that pinch so that we will continue to move forward, so that we will make that effort. Remember, we have all these pages that just showed up. This is raw courage, faith, determination. Right here. It's raw, it's potent. If we don't take it and go with it, it'll just sit there and fade out, and then our chances will have disappeared. That's why we have that sense of anxiety and nervousness, because we got to make a move. And I'm not going to go further. I don't care if I tap the deck. We need to pick it up, claim what is ours, have faith, know that things are never going to go the way we really want them to. But we are able to adjust, because that's what she is. She adapts, she improvises, she overcomes. Where there's a will, there's a way, and I leave it there. I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Your comments are most welcome. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And if this lesson didn't come to you as a lesson today, don't worry, it'll come around again. Love and light.